This is the triple Qs on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Wednesday. We ended the day at $457.53, down 1.37%. To the north side from where we are takes us to VWAP in the blue at 459.15. Above that, at the middle of the trend and the baseline, 459.94. At 2 standard deviations and another level of resistance and a potential take profit area, 465.15, roughly 467.84, and at 4 standard deviations, which we will not get to on Wednesday, 470.59. And if we happen to wick up to this level, you can bet there will be a sell-off as people take their profits and they run. They will lock in and they will leave, but I do not anticipate we get to this level. Now to the south side, at -2 standard deviations and another level of support and a potential buy-in area, 454.76, 451.97, and 449.37. There's a gap to the north side that will take us to roughly let me extend this out just a tick there. And that will take us to roughly 480.16. We are not in the channel, not in the zone, and we are moving farther away from this gap. We are still in a downtrend on the 5-minute time frame. And we've got a gap here that touched. So this gap is no longer in play. It touched on Tuesday. That took us to the south side at roughly 454.58. The day's low was 454.15, so that played out perfectly. And that gap opened up on Wednesday the 5th or Tuesday the 4th, Tuesday night. And this gap, as you can see, I have not cleaned up the chart in a while. I've not looked at the triple Qs. So that one touched right there. That took us down to 455.66. Let me flip this over to the, let's go to the 4-hour and I'll clean up my chart. So this gap, see, it's easier to see on this time frame. That took us down to roughly 468.38. That threat is no longer in play. We've closed it out. 468.16 is what I marked. Okay, and that one I just talked about. What is going on with this gap? So we've got this gap that closed out right here at 446.38. That was a level of support. We bounced up to resistance, grinding along the middle of the trend and the baseline where price likes to gravitate towards before making its way either to the north side or tanking to the south side. But this is no longer in play. And if you flip it over to the different time frames, you're going to get different buy and sell signals. And this one closed out as well. I'll just give that as a win to the south side at 424.59. And look at this one. This one closed out as well in the big picture, down to 425.73. Gaps are a nice opportunity for a swing trade or a prediction where price could get to. And typically they do like to close out. And that touched at 413.30. Oops, that's odd. There we go. I need to plug in my computer. So that is no longer a threat to our count to the south side. And then we've got, oh my goodness, I have many gaps, as you can see, to clean up. But while I'm here, I'll just show you this on the daily. Notice the classic bounce at support, clear sign of support here, along here, and then we tanked some more and then went up. But look at this. I have to go through and clean this up on the daily. But in the big picture, so we are right here. So one level of support will take us down to 446.50, and back to the middle of the trend will take us to 475.69, and then again that gap closes to the upside at 480.16. And what happened, oops, with this gap here? I'll play with this and clean this up later, but I have to clean up all of this as well. Note the bounce down here at support. Let's take a look at this on the monthly. And on the monthly, we're overextended, turning down. And the highest we've ever gotten on the monthly RSI is 84. And we've gotten down to 29 previously. All right, this is the monthly look here. And we are at resistance on the monthly. And that can be shown with the RSI here. But at 3 standard deviations, that will take us to 472.35. And fingers crossed we ever get to this level. That would be 535.74. All right, and that is a look at the triple Qs. Apparently here, let me make this a little bit smaller. There. I've tracked this at a low point of, it looks like 275 in October of 2022. So congratulations if you've held on to this, and it could be a potential area to take some profit, unless you're just letting it ride, not worrying about it, not flipping out, just riding the waves there. And that does it for me. If there is a ticker you'd like me to go over, please let me know.